Hey, eighth time's the charm then. Hey, I've been trying multiple times to record this video, and I've had to do it over and over again, and it turns out that the memory issues limit the video to 8 minutes, so let's hope that we can get this talked out fast. So recently, YouTube has been restricting videos with any relation to queer whatsoever. Even if it's just a speed paint of someone's OTP, firing that you love very much, looking at each other, just looking at each other. So that sounds crazy. So I'm going to try this out and also come out and maybe just link people to this video if I need to explain my identity and just don't feel like doing it on the spot. I am transgendered, gender fluid, I am pansexual, and I am polyamorous. Transgendered means that you identify as something other than what you were born as. Gender fluid means that at any given time to another given time, my gender identity may change. From one day I may identify as male, but the next I may not. That's the fun part, is figuring it out every single day. On some days I'm male, female, agendered, which basically means I don't have a gender identity. I don't have a gender, like as in I don't feel male, female, or otherwise. I may feel like a mix. I may feel like only half male. I may feel like half female. It's weird, and every day I gotta figure it out all over again. Some days I can't. Rowan has been great about this, everybody's been great about this that have come out to so far. Ro checks with me what my pronouns are for that day, and it's really helped me come to terms with that. We came up with the word 5 months ago, and it took me at least a month to get comfortable with the idea that I could be gender fluid. But when I was living as a girl, most of the time I don't identify as a girl. So my life was horrible. It was miserable. And even the times that I did identify as a girl, I was so stuck with so much self-hate from when I wasn't, and that really sucked. When I transitioned to male, because you may have remembered in the future, you may remember that in the past I've said that I identify as a trans male. That's because a majority of the time, 60% of the time, I identify as some form of male. And that was comfortable for me. But there were times that I was uncomfortable, and I ignored it because I didn't want to be confused, and I didn't want anything to make me question my gender identity, because that's exactly what, people like my mom, before she accepted that I was trans, would want. They'd want me to be confused. They'd want me to realize I'd made a mistake, and I didn't want to go down that path of thinking. Because I know who I am, and most of the times when I wasn't uncomfortable, I was a man, and I didn't want to let moments of feeling shit make me question my gender identity. But now, every day I get to live life at my fullest authenticity. I get to be myself fully. I'm feeling like a girl today, I can live like a girl today. I can dress like a girl. I can present like a girl. But on days that I'm feeling like a dude, that's not out of reach anymore. I'm still taking my testosterone regularly. Had to go a month without because my refill got messed up. But I'm back on, which is good. And on the agender days, I kind of find something, whatever's comfortable really. Either both or neither. It works for me. I am polyamorous. No, wait, I'm pansexual. Sorry, I skipped one. Pansexual means that regardless of gender identity, sex, and presentation, those things don't register into my attraction, so regardless of those things, I may or may not be attracted to the person. I'm most attracted to personality, and some physical traits do sweeten the pot. Let's be honest. We all have things that we appreciate. But basically, where some people may be I'm only attracted to dudes, or I'm only attracted to dudes and chicks, I'm attracted to everybody. Male, female, intersex, male identifying, female identifying, neither. Everyone's on the menu, basically. Which is fun, yet frustrating, because that's at least twice the attractive people for me than most people. So I suffer, I burn, because there's so many beautiful people on this planet. I'm polyamorous. That means that I am open to multiple relationships at a time. Polyamory. Polyamorous. Many love. Lots of people are monogamous. Single partner. And that's fine too. If you're monogamous, great. Way to make that work. But it didn't work for me. When I was in a monogamous relationship, it sucked. The person I had a relationship with at the time, I thought was very fulfilling. and very happy. And even now that I'm in a good relationship, it's very fulfilling. But it's not all that could fulfill me. Like, there's always room in my heart for more. Like, picture my heart as a bench. Most people's bench has room for one person. My bench has room for more. And whenever I, load up the bench where it's like, I have a partner now, I think this is enough for me. Over time, my heart adjusts to having the new relationship and begins to make more room on the bench, or the bench extends to make room for another butt to fit on the bench. And then suddenly it's like, I'm happy with you still. I'm just as happy as with you as I've always been, but I feel like there's room in my life for someone else now that I could share myself with. And no, it's not because needs aren't being met, but it's because, like, the different relationships I have fulfill different parts of me in different ways. Like, one relationship may be slightly more romantic, one relationship might be slightly more platonic, and, lean in different ways. It's not like one is all one thing and one's all another, but they have different balances, because no two relationships are the same. And they all make me happy. And I'm in two relationships right now. I'm not going to say the name of the other because I haven't gotten their consent to just yet. But we're all comfortable with it. We all talk about it. It's not the same as cheating. Cheating means that you're going behind your partner's back and outside of what was agreed and doing what you want regardless. Polyamory means that all the parties are kept on the same page, we communicate openly, and we get everyone's consent. Like, mine and Rowan's relationship situation is, you can go out and date someone. You can go out and spend the night with someone. You may go fall in love with someone. All I want is that you tell me. You tell me, hey, I went out with a person. Hey, I'm beginning to fall for this person. Hey, I spent the night with this person. We just want to be kept in the loop. It works for us. Me and my other partner, I make it a thing to tell them first before I go out with someone, and I don't go on dates nearly as much anymore because I've already got so much time spent on partners. And I just make sure I keep them in the loop, and I'm like, hey, you're cool with this, right? And then they ask me to report back after, talk about how it went, because it helps them feel less jealous. Yes, jealousy happens in polyamorous relationships, but we can set that aside because our partners are worth it. It's what makes me happy. It's what fulfills me. Now, feel free blocking that YouTube or restricting it or whatever. I haven't talked about anything inappropriate. I haven't even used any bad words. And whatever. Like, I'm attracted to who I'm attracted to, and I am who I am. Society's standards of relationships and beauty are BS anyway, so. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for listening.